I.B.F.HotRods, back in action. Wanted to give you guys an update. I wanted to do a video on this truck when it first got here, but I didn't, so here we go. We're kind of in the middle of it. 68 C10 we just got not too long ago from Tennessee, and this is basically how it looked when it showed up here the other week. We're finishing it off for the guy. This is just we're doing a little bit of what's the word I'm looking for here, tidying up. How about that? We're finishing it off and tidying it up. You can see the paint's not too bad. He's gonna talk to getting it repainted in the future, but we're just getting it up and running for him. All the chrome and stuff is on it. Everything's, remotely put together as far as the body goes. You can see the windows aren't in it. We're doing electrical. We're tidying up all the hoses and everything under the hood. I'll quit talking and we can bring the camera in. We got a rookie on the gimbal, so if it gets a little fucking wonky, we're blaming him. So we'll come in here, we'll show you the fucking jewelry box first. The jewelry box. Let me turn a light on for you guys. If it stays plugged the fuck in, here we go. All right, there we go. So it's a small block Chevy. It does have a Sniper EFI system on it, so it's gonna perform well. It's gonna kick off when you ask it to. You can see Rockin' Randy Savage has been working on this thing. There's a couple of things that we're gonna delete. If you look in here, there's some AC fittings and shit that just they're not up to par. Some lines that are junk. I mean, they're not junk, they'd work, but he didn't bring it here, so we could just keep them like that. We're gonna tidy everything up and make things pretty. You can see we got AC fittings coming through the firewall. The holes are already put there. I probably would have done it somewhere else, but it is what it is. You can see once we're done with this, it's gonna be cleaner. The owner actually did a pretty nice job on some of this stuff. He had another shop working on it, and then he got it back, and now we're finishing it for him. I talked to him about it, I don't know, it's been a while now, and we finally were able to come to an agreement and get it up here, and we're ready to rock and roll. Like I said, the Sniper system's gonna be sweet on it. It's gonna fire off when you ask it to. Fuel delivery's gonna be there. All the parts that's on the truck are nice. They're definitely not chintzy. He didn't skimp on what he put on this truck, which I'm excited about. So with what we have to work with is way beyond shit that we've worked with in the past. Usually we're dealing with stuff that I'm not gonna say junk, but it's low end, cheap ass shit. How about that? In here you can see all the electricals going down. When we first got this, this might look disorganized to some people, but this is a hell of a lot more organized than what it was whenever we got here. We're putting in our own connector systems for the gauges. Where the hell are the gauges at, Randy? You can jump in there and show them while I find these fucking gauges. But you can see, the steering wheel, the interior's nice, the seats are cool. He's everything. It's to a lot of people it's 95% done, but to us it's about halfway done. We both come from shops that they put paint on shit as soon as it gets there, and then we gotta dick around and make stuff fit and make stuff work, and it prolongs the process. Yeah, it's pretty when the customer gets here, but he's also bitching and complaining it's been painted for 6 months and it still ain't done type of deal. So mock-up is important. Write that in your notes, everybody. the mock-up process is important. It doesn't need to be pretty to sit in your shop until it's fucking done. So, but here's the gauges. Intellitronics is what is the production of these guys. They're not bad. It's gonna look good in here. But you can see these were all just shit wires that were just hanging out, so we put in our own wiring system. So it's gonna be a nice plug and play system for them. Same thing we're doing with everything else. He's got the vintage air over here. I'll go open up the other door for you so you can see all that shit. But I mean, the carpet's nice. He's got the sill plates. The whole fucking 9 yards is good. Here's some of the, here it is. This is the interior, the panels. So the panels are nice. As you can see, I did say about putting the windows in. There's a couple of trim pieces that need finished off and put in. Like the trim that needs to go in here, you know, it's kind of chipped up and shit, so we'll at least try to seal that a little bit better than just leaving bare metal when we put the chrome back on it. But you can see, you know, the bed's a little off. We got some pie shapes here. You know, you can see how far off it is. This door actually looks better than the other side. We'll come around to the other side. You can see all the parts in the bed. This is, everything in this bed's got to go back in this truck. So we got some low cart shifter knobs. We got a couple of choices to choose from. Like I said, he did purchase the good shit. I'm not sure which one we're going to work with. Once we get everything squared away to that point, we'll get there. We got to drop the engine, or not the engine, we got to drop the transmission because the transmission doesn't have any tranny fluid in it. So we're going to drop it out, and we got to put transmission fluid in the torque converter. So there's just a bunch of odds and ends that need done. Here's a little bit better view of the vintage air system in there. So we'll end up, like always, we'll rebuild him a new glove box. It's not going to be much, but we're going to finagle it around so that he actually has something in here. The window regulators we're going to have to change out. We got a hell of a lot of wobble going on in here. Just little shit, you know. The doors, they didn't line them up, so they beat the hell out of the strikers and shit like that. So we just, a bunch of stuff we got to replace. You can see the panels don't line up very well. Got a couple of chips and shit from them just throwing them on here. But this is the new 68 C10 project. We're excited about it. It's going to be fucking awesome when it's done. It'll go down to Tennessee and rock and roll. We got a couple of surprises that we're going to throw in for the owner that he doesn't know about. You guys aren't going to know about until we're done doing it. But just some little subtle touches. We're going to clean this thing up, and it's going to be pretty, you know. The grill's fucking nice. I'll open the door so you can walk out here and get a good view of the front, just to get an idea. So, I mean, it's a pretty truck. It's going to sit nice. You can see it's going to be where it's at as far as the stance and shit goes. But here, I'll straighten this out a little bit. It's not fucking bent. It just looked that way. Randy throwing in his 2 cents. Laramie, get in there. The shop cat's in here. We got an inspector nowadays. Say hello, Laramie. But yeah, that's it. Okay, the gimbal fucking took a shit mid-recording. Whoopity-doo. But that's where we're at. So until next time, stay tuned, because we got, let me turn. We've been working our asses off on the Riviera. That 67 project's fucking going down still. That one's got a lot of going on. We got the walls, the building inside almost done. The ceiling's getting rocking and rolling. Yeah, we got a lot going on. We've cleaned up the shop. We've moved shit around. You know, we got stuff in places we need it to fucking be. But we just wanted to show you guys this project. We're excited about it. Follow along with it. We're gonna do some updates, show you a little bit about the electrical and random shit like that. But Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, Elliot Slack here at I.B.F.HotRods.